Commander Kate Lawson stared through the viewport of her scout ship, the Horizon, as space dust swirled around the hull. She never expected to find anything interesting on this routine patrol of the outer rim systems, but the universe had other plans. The distress beacon came without warning, a small craft drifting between stars, its power systems failing. Kate ordered her crew to approach with caution. First contact protocols were clear, but something about this particular ship made her heart race. With anticipation, the alien vessel was elegant, smooth curves and materials that seemed to absorb starlight rather than reflect it. Kate watched as her engineering team established a connection with the airlock. The ship computer struggled to translate the alien language, but eventually managed to communicate that they were here to help. When the airlock doors slid open, Kate found herself face to face with a being unlike any she had encountered in her 15 years of space exploration. Standing, nearly 7 feet tall with luminescent blue skin and forearms, the alien woman blinked at Kate, with 3 violet eyes arranged in a triangle pattern across her forehead. A fine silver fur covered her shoulders, and a long prehensile tail swayed. Behind her nervously, Mary, the communications officer, stepped forward, attempting the universal greeting gestures they had been taught at the academy. The alien tilted her head, then made a series of musical clicks and whistles. The translator struggled, but eventually produced words. "My name is impossible for your kind to pronounce," the alien said through the translator. "I am the last of the science vessel. Luminara. We were attacked by raiders. Our technology is greatly prized by less advanced species." Kate nodded sympathetically. Space pirates were becoming an increasing problem even in human territories. She gestured toward their ship. "Come aboard. We can provide aid and transport you to the nearest diplomatic outpost." The alien woman hesitated, her tail curling tightly around one leg. "You would help me without knowing my intentions or abilities. Many species fear the Zithri, my people," she said. Kate smiled. "We humans have a saying, never judge a book by its cover. It means appearances can be deceiving, and we try to evaluate others by their actions, not their looks or rumors." This concept seemed to intrigue the alien, who uncurled her tail and took a tentative step forward. All 4 of her hands clutched a small device that Kate assumed was some kind of personal computer or perhaps a weapon. The alien must have noticed her glance because she quickly tucked it into a fold of her silver clothing. Kate led the way back to the Horizon. The alien moved with surprising grace despite her unusual height and build. The crew stared but maintained professional composure. Kate made introductions, keeping them simple since the translator still struggled with complex human names. "I will call you Blue for now, if that is acceptable," Kate suggested, noting the luminescent color of the alien's skin. "Is there a shorter name your people use among friends?" The alien made a musical sound that the translator did not attempt to interpret. "Friends is a concept, I understand. Your designation Blue is acceptable. It has a pleasant sound." Kate showed Blue to a spare cabin modified for non-human guests. The alien examined everything with obvious curiosity, touching the bed, the desk, the small bathroom fixtures with her multiple hands. Her tail remained in constant motion, sweeping around to investigate corners and cabinets. "You will be safe here," Kate assured her. "We should reach the diplomatic station in about 2 weeks, Earth Standard Time. Our doctor would like to meet you to ensure we can provide proper medical care if needed." Blue turned, all 3 eyes focusing intensely on Kate. "Your species helps without expectation of payment or service. This is unusual in my experience." Kate shrugged slightly. "We believe in mutual aid, Blue. Someday we might need help too. The universe is too big and too dangerous to face alone." Later that evening, Kate checked on their guest and found Blue in the ship's common area, surrounded by curious crew members. The alien was demonstrating remarkable dexterity, using all 4 arms to create an intricate pattern with pieces of colored string. The humans watched fascinated as Blue wove the strings into a complex, 3-dimensional structure. "This is a children's game among my people," Blue explained, catching Kate's eye. "It teaches spatial reasoning and mathematical principles." "Looks like Cat's Cradle on steroids," said Diane, the ship's doctor, with a laugh. Blue's head tilted in confusion. The translator, struggling with the idiom, Kate smiled and sat down beside Blue. It means it's similar to a game our children play, but much more complex. Can you teach us? Over the next few days, Blue began to integrate with the crew. Her initial nervousness faded as she discovered humans were genuinely interested in learning about her species. Rather than exploiting her knowledge, she assisted the engineering team, showing them improvements for the ship's water recycling system that increased efficiency by 30%. Kate observed these interactions with growing admiration. Blue was not just intelligent but adaptable and eager to understand human customs. In return, the crew made efforts to accommodate her needs. The kitchen staff researched compatible foods Blue could safely eat, security-modified exercise equipment to suit. Her four-armed physiology, Diane created a medical profile based on scans. Blue voluntarily provided, 1 week into their journey. Kate found Blue in the observation lounge staring at the stars. Her 3 eyes seemed to shimmer with an emotion Kate couldn't quite identify. Are you homesick? Kate asked, joining her at the viewport. Blue's tail curled thoughtfully. I am the last of my ship's crew. The translator hesitated before continuing. The raiders who attacked us were thorough. I have not yet processed the full implications of survival. Kate felt a surge of empathy, reaching out to touch one of Blue's 4 hands. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you had lost your crew. Blue's skin darkened slightly. I chose not to share this information immediately. Fear of judgment is universal, it seems. Kate squeezed the alien's hand gently. We'll help you contact your homeworld when we reach the diplomatic station. Your people must be searching for survivors. Blue made a soft, trilling sound. My homeworld is gone, Commander Lawson, consumed by our sun's unexpected nova. We are a spacefaring species now scattered among the stars. Each ship carries the heritage of our people. Kate felt her heart sink. With those words, Blue's situation became clear. She wasn't just stranded. She was a refugee, possibly one of the last of her kind. The implications were enormous and heartbreaking. Kate called an emergency meeting with her senior officers that night. After explaining Blue's situation, the room fell silent. The implications were enormous. A refugee from an advanced spacefaring civilization now aboard their small scout ship. Need to notify command, Diane said, finally. This goes beyond first contact protocols. We're talking about potential asylum. Mary nodded her head. The diplomatic station might not be equipped to handle this. They deal with trade agreements and minor disputes, not refugees from extinct civilizations. Kate leaned forward, hands clasped on the table. Blue trusts us. We can't just hand her over to bureaucrats who might see her as a source of advanced technology rather than a person who needs help. The discussion continued late into the night. By morning, Kate had made her decision. She approached Blue, who was helping in engineering, showing Penny how to calibrate the quantum sensors with greater precision. Blue, I need to speak with you privately, Kate said. The alien followed her to the captain's office, tail swishing with curiosity. Kate explained the situation. We've been ordered to continue to the diplomatic station, but I wanted you to know that I've requested special protection status for you. You won't be treated as just another alien visitor. You'll have rights. Blue's 3 eyes blinked in sequence. You would extend such protection to a non-human. This is unexpected. Kate smiled. Maybe it shouldn't be. We humans haven't always treated each other well, but we've learned from our mistakes. I believe your knowledge should be shared willingly, not taken. And no one should be alone after losing everything. Blue was silent for a long moment. Then she removed a small device from her clothing. The translator has difficulty with certain concepts, she said. I wish to show you something instead. The device projected a 3-dimensional image between them. A beautiful spiral galaxy, rotating slowly. Kate recognized it immediately from astronomical charts. The Andromeda Galaxy, more than 2 million light-years from Earth. My people came from here, Blue explained. We developed technology to travel between galaxies thousands of years ago. We sought new homes as our native systems aged. We are explorers, scientists, not conquerors. Kate stared at the projection, amazed. The implications were staggering. A species capable of intergalactic travel. Their technology must be centuries beyond human capabilities. Why show me this? Kate asked, Blue's tail curled around her leg, a gesture Kate now recognized as indicating vulnerability. Because you have shown trust, I will return it. The raiders who attacked my ship. They seek our navigation data, our maps of safe passages between galaxies, in wrong hands. Such knowledge could allow dangerous species to spread. Kate understood immediately. The diplomatic station might not be secure enough if these raiders had infiltrated human space. Suddenly, their routine mission had become something far more significant. Over. The next days, Kate observed Blue with new awareness. The alien spent hours in communication with the ship's computer, downloading what appeared to be massive amounts of data. Kate didn't interfere. Trusting Blue's intentions, Mary approached Kate in the mess hall. Blue is teaching me her language, she said excitedly. It's based on mathematical principles. The musical tones carry precise meanings. Kate nodded. This matched her own observations. Blue wasn't just sharing technology but culture building, bridges between their species. Diane reported similar experiences. Blue had volunteered tissue samples to help develop medical protocols for potential future Zithri visitors. The ship's alarm sounded 2 days before they were scheduled to reach the diplomatic station. Kate rushed to the bridge where her tactical officer Heather pointed to the scanner display. 3 ships approaching fast, Heather reported. They're not responding to hails and their configuration doesn't match any known human or allied vessels. Blue entered the bridge, her tall form drawing all eyes. The scanner display reflected in her 3 violet eyes. Those are raider vessels, she said softly. They track me. Still, Kate made a quick decision. Battle stations, she ordered. Prepare defensive measures. Mary, contact command, inform them of our situation. Heather, plot an evasive course. Blue stepped forward. Commander, I can help, she said. My people develop defenses against such attacks. Kate hesitated only briefly. Go with Penny to engineering. Show her what you can do. Blue left. Kate turned her attention to the approaching ships. They were sleek, predatory designs built for speed and attack. The Horizon was primarily a scout vessel with limited weapons. Their best hope was to outrun the raiders until help arrived. The ship shuddered as the first enemy shot struck their shields. Penny's voice came over the comm. Blue is integrating some kind of device into our shield generators. It's unlike anything I've seen. Another hit rocked the ship shields at 60%. Heather called out. They're trying to disable us, not destroy us. They want Blue alive. Kate gripped her command chair. That's not happening, she said grimly. Evasive pattern Delta. The Horizon twisted and turned through space, but the raiders were faster, more maneuverable. They surrounded the scout ship, firing precisely at engines and weapon systems. Main power failing. Penny reported from engineering. Switching to auxiliary, Kate hit the ship-wide comm. Blue, whatever you're doing, we need it now. The lights on the bridge flickered, then stabilized. A strange humming filled the ship. Blue's voice responded. I have activated a Zithri defense field. It will disrupt their targeting systems, but only temporarily. We must escape now. Penny's voice joined in. Commander, the alien tech is interfacing with our systems somehow. Engine output just increased by 200%. Kate didn't question this stroke of luck. Full speed on the new heading, she ordered. The Horizon leaped forward faster than it had ever moved, leaving the raiders temporarily confused. As they began pursuit, the gap widened. Kate watched the tactical display with growing hope. One of the raider ships suddenly veered off course, colliding with another. The third ship broke pursuit after firing several more ineffective shots. Blue returned to the bridge, her tall form swaying with what Kate recognized as exhaustion. One of her 4 hands held a small device, now dark and apparently depleted. That was my personal shield generator, she explained. It contained the last of my ship's defensive technology. I have converted it to protect your vessel. Kate stepped forward, catching Blue as she stumbled. The alien's luminescent skin had dimmed significantly. You sacrificed your personal protection for us. Blue's 3 eyes closed briefly. It was logical, Commander. Your people accepted me without condition, protected me without demand. This is what friends do. Yes. The crew gathered around their alien guest. With expressions of gratitude and concern, Kate gave orders to continue to the diplomatic station at maximum speed. While Blue rested in the medical bay, Kate filed her report to command, deliberately omitting certain details about the advanced technology Blue had shared. That night, Kate visited Blue in the medical bay. The alien was sitting up. Her color improved. She was manipulating a small holographic display that vanished when Kate entered. Feeling better, Kate asked, sitting beside the medical bed. Blue's tail swished in what Kate now recognized as affirmation. The translator device interpreted her musical response. "Your doctor is skilled. I will recover." Fully, Kate nodded, then asked the question, weighing on her mind. "Why did you help us? You could have let the raiders take you. Negotiated your safety." Blue was silent for a moment. Her three eyes focused on Kate with intensity. "Among my people, there is a concept similar to your trust. When freely given, it creates a bond that cannot be broken. You trusted me first, Kate Lawson. I merely honored that bond." The diplomatic station appeared on their view screen 3 days later. A massive structure of interconnected rings and spheres housing representatives from over 30 different species Kate had visited twice before, but never with such a significant guest. Blue stood beside her on the bridge, her luminescent skin pulsing with what Kate now recognized as anxiety. "The raiders might have agents here," Blue said softly. One of her 4 hands twitched toward the device hidden in her clothing. Kate nodded, understanding the concern. "We'll request a private docking bay and security escort," she assured the alien. "I won't let you walk in unprotected." The station commander, a veteran diplomat named Carol, greeted them personally when they docked. Her eyes widened slightly at the sight of Blue, but she maintained professional composure. "This way, please," she said, leading them through private corridors. "I've arranged secure quarters in the diplomatic wing, once inside a shielded conference room." Carol turned to Kate. "Your report mentioned a refugee seeking asylum, but you neglected to mention she's Zithri. We haven't had contact with their kind in over 50 years. Kate felt Blue stiffen beside her. "You recognize her species?" Carol nodded. "The Zithri are legendary, advanced, peaceful, secretive. They appear in our records as benefactors providing medical knowledge to developing worlds, then disappearing. They're practically mythical to some species." Blue stepped forward, her full height, impressive in the confined space. "I am no myth," she said. "My people prefer privacy, but circumstances have forced me into the open." Carol gestured for them to sit. "I've arranged a closed hearing for tomorrow morning. Only senior diplomatic staff will attend. Meanwhile, these quarters are secure. You'll have guards outside at all times." After Carol left, Kate noticed Blue examining the wall, ceiling, and floor with all 3 eyes. Her tail moved constantly, sweeping across surfaces. "You don't trust the security, Kate?" asked Blue's translator, produced a sound like a soft laugh. "Trust is earned. Commander, not assumed. The raiders have resources, connections in unexpected places." That night, Kate couldn't sleep. She paced the guest quarters adjoining Blue's room. Something felt wrong. The diplomatic staff had been too interested in Blue, too eager to separate her from the Horizon crew. Kate checked her communication device but found it unable to connect to her ship. The official explanation cited security protocols, but Kate's instincts screamed warning. A soft musical tone came from Blue's room. Kate knocked, then entered when invited. Blue sat cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by small holographic displays that vanished at Kate's approach. "You sense it too," Blue said. "It wasn't a question." Kate nodded. "They're isolating us from my crew." Why? Blue rose gracefully, forearms unfolding. "Your people value knowledge, Commander. Some would do anything to acquire what I carry in my mind. My ship contained a database of Zithri science. 1,000 years of research beyond anything humans have achieved." Kate felt cold realization settle in her stomach. "They want your technology, not your safety." Blue's tail swished in confirmation. The Zithri had encountered this scenario. Many times, technology shared before cultural maturity leads to destruction. We learned this through painful experience. A sudden plan formed in Kate's mind. If we could reach the horizon, we could leave before the hearing. Contact command directly, bypass the station diplomats. Blue tilted her head, calculating. The security systems are formidable but not impossible. I can create a disruption. Kate nodded decisively. Let me contact my crew first. We'll need their help. Using Blue's device, they managed to send a coded message to Penny on the horizon. The response came within minutes. The crew was ready. They, too, had sensed something wrong. Heather had noticed unusual ship movements around the station, possible raider vessels disguised as merchant ships. That night, they put their plan into action. Blue manipulated her device, creating a power fluctuation in their section of the station. As emergency systems activated, Kate used the confusion to access a maintenance tunnel Blue had discovered. Through her scans of the station layout, they moved quickly through narrow passages, Blue's tail serving as a sensitive detector for movement behind them. They were halfway to the docking bay when alarms sounded. They know we've escaped, Kate whispered Blue's. 3 eyes narrowed, her skin darkening with determination. This way, she said, leading Kate down a different tunnel. This station was built with modular components. There are gaps between sections. They emerged into a vast open space between the station's outer hull and inner habitation rings. Kate gasped at the sight. Maintenance robots moved through the void like mechanical insects, servicing the massive support structures. Blue pointed to a distant airlock that leads directly to your docking bay, but we must cross without being seen. Kate examined the space between. Maintenance workers might spot us. Blue unwrapped a length of fabric from her waist. The material seemed to shift colors, adapting to its surroundings. This will help conceal us. My people developed it for scientific observation of sensitive species. Wrapped in the adaptive camouflage, they moved from shadow to shadow, using the station's support beams as cover. Twice maintenance crews passed nearby, but the fabric blended with the metallic surfaces, hiding them effectively. When they finally reached the airlock, Kate used her commander's override code, praying it hadn't been deactivated. The door slid open, revealing the familiar sight of the Horizon's docking port. Penny was waiting, her expression relieved. Commander, we were about to mount a rescue. The station's security has been asking strange questions, trying to access our logs. Kate ushered Blue aboard. Prepare for immediate departure. We're leaving without clearance. As the crew rushed to their stations, Kate explained the situation. The station's diplomatic staff couldn't be trusted. They wanted Blue's knowledge without concern for her safety or consent. Penny looked troubled. We're violating about 50 regulations. Commander Kate nodded grimly. Sometimes doing the right thing means breaking rules. She turned to Blue. You're sure about this? The diplomatic station could still offer protection. Blue's tail curled around her leg. I have seen the truth in their questions. Commander, they seek weapons faster than light communication technology that could destabilize your sector. They are not ready. The Horizon detached from the station, ignoring the frantic communications from station control. Kate ordered maximum thrust, knowing they had minutes before pursuit vessels would launch. Blue joined her at the command console. My device can mask our energy signature, she offered. It will buy us time. Kate accepted gratefully. As the Horizon accelerated away from the station, Blue connected her small device to the ship's systems. The view screen showed pursuit craft launching, but their trajectory suggested confusion, unable to lock onto the Horizon's position. We need somewhere to hide, Kate said, studying the star charts. The nearest Earth outpost is 4 days away. Blue gestured to a seemingly empty region of space. There is a stellar phenomena your sensors cannot detect, a dust cloud that will mask our presence. Kate trusted Blue's judgment, setting course for the coordinates provided as they traveled. Blue explained more about her situation. The database she carried contained more than scientific knowledge. It held the cultural history of her people, their art philosophy, the collective wisdom of a civilization that had explored the cosmos for millennia. What will you do now? Kate asked when they were safely hidden in the dust cloud. Your people are scattered. The diplomatic station proved unsafe. Blue's 3 eyes focused on Kate with unexpected warmth. I request asylum not with your governments but with your ship. Your crew has shown the qualities my people value most. Courage, compassion, integrity. Kate felt surprised, but pleased. You want to stay on the horizon, Blue's tail? Swished in what Kate now recognized as happiness. I can offer knowledge appropriate to your development level. Not weapons or power sources that might be misused, but medical advancements, environmental technology that will benefit without harm. That night, Kate called a crew meeting explaining the situation and Blue's request. The vote was unanimous. Blue would stay aboard the horizon as a science officer. Her knowledge would be shared carefully with appropriate Earth authorities, but she would remain under the protection of Kate and her crew later. Kate found Blue in the observation lounge. The alien was creating another string pattern, this one forming a complex representation of the horizon. "You've gotten good at human names," Kate commented, smiling at the detailed model. Blue's translator conveyed a musical laugh. "I find human creativity fascinating. You build despite limitations, imagine beyond constraints. My people became so advanced, we sometimes forgot the joy of simple creation." Kate watched as Blue's four hands manipulated the strings with incredible dexterity. "When did you decide to trust us?" she asked. Blue paused, her luminescent skin pulsing gently. "When you gave me a name," she said. "Not a designation or classification, but a name chosen with care. That is when I knew humans were capable of seeing beyond difference." Kate felt warmth spread through her chest. This odd friendship between human and alien had begun with a simple nickname. Now it represented something profound, a bridge between vastly different species united by curiosity and respect. Outside, the viewport stars glittered in the darkness, some perhaps harboring other Zithri ships exploring the cosmos. Kate wondered if Blue would someday reunite with her people, or if the horizon had truly become her new home. Either way, their journey together had only just begun. Kate and Blue returned to the horizon together. The crew greeted them with relief and amazement, having feared the worst. Blue explained what had happened, the invocation of the ancient rite, her choice to remain with the humans permanently as an exile from her own kind. "We have 3 days to remove any advanced technology I've shared," Blue explained, working methodically through the ship's systems. "Some improvements must be reversed, others modified to appear as if developed independently by human innovation." Kate watched Blue work, noting the alien's determination mixed with something like sadness. "You're giving up your people, your heritage," she said softly. "Everything." Blue paused, four hands momentarily still, her luminescent skin dimming. "Slightly, I am not giving up, Commander. I am choosing a different path, but one with purpose. The Separatists believe advancement comes through dominance. My people once believed it came through isolation. Both are wrong. True progress comes through connection, through the sharing of perspectives." On the third day, the Separatist ship returned. Blue stood on the bridge beside Kate as Jirtak's image appeared on the view screen. The Green Zithri performed a formal inspection, confirming that all advanced technology had been removed. Blue submitted to a neural scan, proving she had not hidden information in secret data caches. When the inspection was complete, Zirtak addressed Blue directly. "You are declared Jirai," he said, the translator, struggling with the term severed from the collective alone. Blue's tail remained steady, her 3 eyes calm. "I am not alone. Jirtak, I have found a new collective, one that values individuality alongside unity. Perhaps someday your faction will understand what my human friends have taught me, that different paths can lead to the same destination." The Separatist ship departed without further comment, leaving the horizon and its crew to continue their mission. Kate ordered a course for Earth, explaining to command what had transpired. The diplomatic implications were enormous. Earth now hosted a permanent Zithri exile, one who had chosen humanity over her own kind. In the weeks that followed, Blue adapted to her new status. She removed certain implants that had connected her to Zithri networks, replacing them with human communication devices. She modified her quarters to better reflect her dual identity, decorating with both Zithri artifacts and human items. Gifts from the crew. Kate found Blue one evening in the observation lounge, creating another string pattern. This one seemed to depict 2 galaxies connected by a slender bridge. "Is that you?" as Kate asked, sitting beside the alien. "Our galaxies." Blue's skin brightened. "Not galaxies, Commander, civilizations. Mine and yours, separate but connected, each influencing the other without domination. Kate studied the intricate pattern. How do you feel about your decision now that some time has passed? Any regrets? Blue set aside the string pattern, all three eyes, focusing on Kate. My people have a concept called Jatari. Closest translation would be destiny path, the belief that each being must find their unique way through existence. My path led me here, Commander, to this ship, these humans, to you. This was always my Jatari. Kate felt warmth spread through her chest at these words. The universe had brought them together across impossible distances, different biologies, separate evolutionary paths. Yet here they were finding common ground, creating something. New Blue continued. My decision carries consequences. I will never again see my homeworld, travel with my kind, or access our collective knowledge. But what I have gained is equally valuable. The freedom to forge new connections to help shape the relationship between our species, not as superior and inferior, but as equals on different points of the same journey. As the weeks turned to months, Blue became more than just a crew member. She became the Horizon's ambassador. When they encountered new species, Blue's diplomatic skills proved invaluable. Her understanding of cosmic cultures helped them navigate complex situations. Her scientific knowledge, though limited by the Separatists' restrictions, still exceeded human capabilities in many areas. Earth. Command finally recognized Blue's unique status, granting her official citizenship, the first non-human to receive such recognition. The Horizon was permanently assigned to diplomatic and first contact missions with Blue, serving as cultural attaché, science officer and Commander Lawson's personal advisor. 1 year after Blue joined the crew, Kate was promoted to captain the Horizon, received upgrades expanding its size and capabilities. New crew members arrived, some initially wary of the tall, blue alien with 3 eyes and 4 arms. But Blue's gentle humor and obvious loyalty to the ship quickly won them over. Kate found Blue in her quarters the night after the promotion ceremony. The alien was arranging a collection of small crystals on a shelf, gifts from various worlds they had visited together. Captain Lawson. Blue acknowledged with a musical tone, the translator now perfectly calibrated to her voice. Congratulations on your advancement. Kate smiled, watching as Blue's tail swished contentedly among the familiar surroundings. I've been thinking about what you said when you chose to stay with us, about finding your path. Blue tilted her head, waiting for Kate to continue. I believe paths are made by walking together, Kate said. Each step changing both the traveler and the landscape. Do you think your people will ever understand your choice? Blue's luminescent skin pulsed softly. Understanding requires experience. Captain, my former kind cannot comprehend what they have not lived. The connection between different species, the strength that comes from diversity. Perhaps someday when they see what humans and Zithri accomplish together, they will begin to understand. Kate nodded. But until then, Blue completed the thought. Until then, we continue forward. We explore. We learn. We grow. The Horizon carries us both toward the same destination. That night, as the ship traveled through the stars, Kate stopped by the observation lounge one last time before retiring. Blue was there, as Kate somehow knew she would be. The alien sat curled on a couch, tail wrapped comfortably around her legs, reading a collection of human poetry. Kate stood in the doorway for a moment, simply observing. This creature from another galaxy had become an essential part of her life, her ship, her mission. Blue sensed her presence, looking up, all 3 eyes crinkling in what the crew now recognized as her version of a smile. Welcome, Captain, Blue said. The observation deck has the best view of the nebula we're approaching. I saved you a seat, as Kate settled beside her alien friend. She reflected on the incredible journey that had brought them together. A distress call, a nickname, a choice that changed 2 lives and perhaps eventually 2 civilizations. Blue's tail swished contentedly beside her as they watched the stars together, human and alien, finding harmony in their differences and strength in their connection. The Horizon continued its journey through space, carrying its unique crew toward new discoveries. Blue remained by Kate's side, her presence a constant reminder that the universe's greatest gift was not advanced technology or scientific knowledge, but understanding between different minds. From different worlds, they had created something remarkable, a friendship that transcended biology evolution, and the vast emptiness of Space Blue's voice broke the comfortable silence. Her musical tones soft in the dimmed light of the observation deck. In my language, Captain, there is no word for alone that does not also mean incomplete. Since joining your crew, I have never been either. Kate smiled, reached out, and gently touched one of Blue's 4 hands. Together, then she said as the stars streamed past, "Whatever comes next." Blue's tail swished happily, beside her a gesture that had come to mean more than any translated words could express. Together she agreed, her 3 eyes reflecting the starlight as the horizon carried them forward into the waiting universe. 6 months passed with Blue aboard the Horizon. The crew adapted to her presence, learning her musical language while she mastered human customs. Kate watched with pride as the alien integrated herself, becoming essential to their operations. Blue's scientific knowledge helped them navigate dangerous regions of space, avoid conflicts with hostile species, and improve the ship's systems beyond standard specifications. Earth Command remained divided on the issue of Blue. Some officials demanded she be brought in for debriefing. Others recognized the diplomatic implications of forcing an asylum seeker against her will. Kate used this bureaucratic deadlock to her advantage, continuing the Horizon's mission of exploration while protecting their alien guest. Blue entered Kate's office one morning, carrying a small device Kate recognized as her personal scanner. The alien's 3 eyes seemed troubled, her tail twitching with anxiety. "We have a problem, Commander," she said, placing the device. "On the desk, I've detected unusual energy signatures trailing our course for the past week. I believe we are being followed." Kate studied the readings. Blue had detected something the ship's sensors had missed, a distortion pattern suggesting a cloaked vessel maintaining position just outside standard detection range. "Raiders?" she asked, remembering their previous encounter. Blue's skin darkened, a sign Kate now recognized as concern. Not raiders. Something else. The energy signature matches Zithri technology. Kate felt surprise. She had assumed Blue's people were scattered across distant space. Why would they follow secretly instead of approaching openly? Blue's tail curled tightly around her leg, indicating strong emotion. "I believe they are separatists," she explained, "a faction among my people who rejected our principles of non-interference. They believe advanced species should dominate primitive ones, guide their development by force if necessary." Kate frowned. "I take it we qualify as primitive in their view." Blue made a musical sound of apology. The translator converted it to, "By Zithri standards, all species in this galaxy are primitive. Your people have achieved much in a short time, but our civilization is millions of years older." That night, Kate called her senior officers for a briefing. Blue presented her findings, explaining the potential threat. The separatists would see the Horizon as having stolen Zithri technology and knowledge. They might attempt to reclaim Blue by force. "We can't outrun a Zithri ship," Heather, the tactical officer, pointed out. "Not even with the improvements Blue has made to our engines." Mary looked thoughtful. "Can we communicate with them? Explain that Blue is here willingly?" Blue's 3 eyes blinked in sequence. "The separatists do not negotiate, Commander. They believe absolutely in their superiority. Their philosophy leaves no room for compromise." Kate studied the tactical display showing the cloaked ship's probable position. "How long until they make a move?" Blue's tail swished thoughtfully. "They are likely gathering information, analyzing your defenses. I estimate 3 days, perhaps less." The crew spent those days preparing. Blue helped modify their shields and sensors. Mary practiced Zithri greeting protocols. In case diplomacy became possible, Heather ran combat drills, though everyone knew they stood little chance against vastly superior technology. The attack came without warning. 2 days later, while Kate was sleeping, a massive energy surge knocked out primary systems throughout the ship. Kate rushed to the bridge, finding chaos. Emergency lighting bathed the crew in red glow as they struggled to restore power. Blue was already there. 4 hands moving rapidly across multiple control panels. She looked up as Kate entered. "The Separatist ship has locked onto us with a stasis field," she reported. "We cannot move or communicate." Kate felt cold fear, but kept her expression calm. What are their intentions? Blue's skin had turned a deep midnight blue, reflecting her distress. "They will board take me, and any technology I have shared destroy the rest. Their doctrine permits no witnesses." Kate refused to accept this fate. "Not on my ship," she said firmly. "Tell me what we can do." Blue hesitated, then removed a small crystal from her clothing. "This contains a program that can disrupt their stasis field, but someone must access the external communications array to upload it. The Separatists will detect any internal transmission." Kate understood immediately. It would require a spacewalk directly into the line of fire. Deadly, dangerous, nearly impossible. She met Blue's 3-eyed gaze. "I'll do it." Blue's tail lashed violently. "No, Commander. The risk is unacceptable." "I should go." Kate shook her head. "The crew is my responsibility, and you're the only one who understands this technology. We need you here to implement whatever countermeasures are possible." 20 minutes later, Kate floated outside the horizon, protected only by her spacesuit. The communications array was located on the ship's upper hull, exposed to open space. Kate moved carefully, using maneuvering thrusters to avoid detection. She could see the Separatist ship now, its cloaking disabled, a massive vessel shaped like a spiral shell glowing with blue energy, the same color as Blue's skin but somehow colder, more threatening. Kate reached the communications array, inserted Blue's crystal, and activated the upload. A soft chime in her helmet confirmed success. She turned to return to the airlock when blinding light engulfed her. When Kate regained consciousness, she found herself in a vast chamber, walls glowing with soft blue light. She was lying on a raised platform, her spacesuit removed. She sat up slowly, noting with relief that she could breathe the atmosphere. "You are resilient for a primitive species," a musical voice observed. The translator in Kate's ear struggled to convert the complex tones. A tall Z3 stepped into view, similar to Blue, but with green skin and 6 eyes arranged in a circular pattern. The extra eyes gave its face an unsettling asymmetry. "Where is my ship?" Kate demanded. "Where is Blue?" The green Z3 made a dismissive gesture with 2 of its 6 arms. "Your ship is temporarily disabled. Your crew, unharmed. The one you call Blue has violated our most sacred laws by sharing knowledge with an undeveloped species. She will face judgment." Kate stood, though her legs felt weak. "I am Commander Kate Lawson of Earth. Fleet Blue requested asylum aboard my vessel. She is under my protection." The Z3's 6 eyes blinked in an unsettling pattern. "Protection. You cannot protect yourselves from space debris or solar radiation. How could you protect a Z3 from her own kind?" Another voice joined the conversation, musical and familiar. Blue stepped into the chamber, her luminescent blue skin brightening at the sight of Kate. "By giving me what our people have forgotten, Zyrtak," she said, addressing the green Z3, "freedom to choose my own path." The green Z3 Zyrtak made a harsh sound. The translator rendered it as bitter laughter. "Choice's illusion. Duty to advancement is absolute. The Separatist Council has declared your actions treason. The knowledge you carry belongs to all." Z3 Blue moved to stand beside Kate, her tall form protective. 4 hands reached out, touching Kate's shoulders in a gesture of solidarity. "The knowledge I carry belongs to no one," she said. "It is to be shared freely with those who will use it wisely." The Horizon crew has proven their wisdom through compassion. Zyrtak stepped closer, towering over both of them. "You have lived among primitives too long, forgotten your heritage. The humans will destroy themselves as all young species do. Their violence, their greed makes it inevitable." Kate found her voice, anger giving her strength. "You know nothing about us. We struggle, we fail, we learn. That's what living species do. We don't claim perfection. but we strive for it. Blue saw that in us. Even if you can't. Blue's tail curled around Kate's leg, a gesture that now felt natural, comforting, her three eyes fixed on Zyrtec with determination. I invoke the ancient right of selection, she said formally. I have chosen my ship, my crew, my home. Zyrtec recoiled, all 6 eyes widening. The ancient right has not been invoked in 10,000 cycles. It is outdated. Ceremonial Blue stood firm, her skin pulsing with intensity. It remains law among all Zithri factions. Even the separatists honor the foundations of our civilization. I have selected my path. You cannot interfere. A tense silence filled the chamber. Kate could feel waves of communication passing between the two aliens, some subtle form of exchange beyond the translator's capability. Finally, Zyrtec stepped back. The council will not approve, he said. But the ancient right is binding. You have 3 cycles to remove all advanced technology from the human vessel. Then you will be considered severed from Zithri protection. An exile by choice. Blue's tail swished in what Kate recognized as satisfaction. I accept these terms.